properly because it says it is, but I don't trust recording software at all, even though that's what I mainly use. So, what we're going to look at today is something that a friend of mine in the PHYSIC community sent me, and they were basically like, hey, this guy is distributing something that you made, whatever, and I'm like, okay, fine, but I really don't care, but they said it's... It shows it is now. Okay. So, what we're going to do today is, hopefully this actually is recording properly, because it says it is, but I don't trust recording software at all, even though that's what I mainly use. So, what we're going to look at today is something that a friend of mine in the PHYSIC community sent me, and they were basically like, hey, this guy is distributing something that you made, whatever, and I'm like, okay, fine, but I really don't care. But they said it's like, oh, it's in a stash folder. So, I have the quote-unquote original, since the original is actually from a video game, but regardless, the original of what this thing was. So, we're going to look at this right now on my Hibiki model, which you can actually download right now, to be fair. And we're going to be looking at this without bones, so it is easier to tell. So this is the original Hibiki model that we're going to be looking at. For some reason, it does have a little bit of scoring right there if you pull back the camera enough. You can see right there. Doesn't have this on the other side, though, which is very not concerning, but confusing. Models are a bitch. Anyways, another thing with this is that I have this circumvented so that it has the parts in, like, shoes, skirt, and then blazer, and they're all separated parts. So there's that, and then here is this. This is the texture for all of this, so you know where it comes from. You can smell it like somewhere is on fire and it fucking sucks. Well, now, we're going to look at what I was sent. Now, this is made from someone. I have no idea who this is made by. Hold on. I love when you just randomly get random emails from Reddit. That's the best thing ever. Anyways, going into this, you can tell, just from, like, right here and everything, that this is basically the exact same model. Now, the sheet that the person sent me said that the uniform was made by by someone called AR Mods. And then it also says the same creator of Chibi Cure Happy, who I really have no idea who the fuck that is. So, a huge thing that I noticed first off is the ankles are way too far out of this model, and then there's also way too much space in the shoe. The shoes are not the correct size, or they're not spaced properly. So that's a huge red flag for that. And then another thing would be, what are, like, the texture issues for this? Because, well, if it's made, like, custom by a person, then it would be different things. But you go into it, and you have all of these, which for some reason it's spaced out between 5 things, and they all show that they're from the same thing. I wonder what it is. Oh, it's this. This is the same one that was used from the Happiness Charge Pretty Cure Cover and Collection file base, and apparently this is just something that is completely freshly made? I don't think so. And then all of this, I guess, would be, like, parts of the skin and everything. I don't know. Why do you need that many pieces for the socks? That doesn't make any sense. So, let's see. Now what I want to do, I want to go into, because this is supposedly a TDA model, and, like, I don't know the rules of TDA, my friend Miju does, but I'm going to go into this and see how much is certain spots and everything. So, obviously, the neck module, the legs, these. Apparently those are pants, hands, of course, the part that goes around there. Oh, that's disgusting. The feet, which for some reason are a different... Why are they a different piece than this? This doesn't make any sense. And then you get into more of those things, more parts of the pants. Yeah, the shoes, the skirt, the back of the skirt for some reason. Like, why couldn't you just, like, I'll show you what you can do for this. You take all this, or at least you do it with these. You take all this, you go into select face, and you take it to a new material, and it's not going to fuck up any of your stuff, unless for some reason it's, like, a different material base. But I don't feel like those would be. And then there's this and this, which you could do the same thing for again. Like, I don't get why there are, like, small modifications like that. It doesn't make any sense. But regardless, you can tell that this is not a pre-made... I'm joking. You can obviously tell that this is an asset from a video game because of the fact that they look so similar to each other. I'm going to show you both of these in MMD, and I'm going to basically be like, okay, this is why this is like this, and this is why I see this as this. However, this time, let's look at Aaron, because why the fuck not? Now Aaron loads in pretty nicely. Of course, these models don't have physics to them because I don't know how to do that, but she still looks pretty okay. So we're going to move her over to the left, and then we're going to load in that model. Because why the fuck would you want it to be an actual thing? And... well... oh, it crashed! That's definitely something that you want with your fucking model, don't you think? I'm gonna shut this. And we're just gonna go into MMD and see if it actually will load by itself. And if it doesn't, then that's actually a huge problem. Cause, you kinda want your, pre-asset thing to actually load in itself. So there it goes. And apparently this thing has physics. Oh, those are terrible. Like, look at this thing. It's clipping into the skin. The model itself, you can't tell unless you look under. It's sunk into the floor, so none of that got raised up, which is pretty easy. All you gotta do is, do this in PMX, but apparently it's fucking rocket science. Yeah, the physics are completely just almost non-existent with this thing. Like, if it was full physics, then even the tie, or, well, yeah, we'll just call it a tie. Even the tie would have proper, and they're not physics, they're like proper rigs and everything. The rig of the skirt is clearly not done properly. Otherwise it would be doing something where it's like fluttery and flowy, just like how we see with the Princess Peach and Princess Rosalina models that SAB64, or SA64, apologies, puts out on his models and everything. This one just looks like it's an odd rig, and to be honest, oh, what the fuck happened there? What happened there? And now it just won't go back to normal. That's definitely a sign of authenticity, if I do say so myself. Like, you can tell that the bones are fucked up on it, too, because it's not going back to its normal form. Select all reset. And it's not even doing that with a reset, so... yeah, I'd say, don't get this one wherever it comes from. I honestly don't know, because the person didn't tell me where it was sent from. But the main thing I'm gonna say is, maybe don't get that if you find it around. That's all I'm gonna say. I would say, and this is probably something that I will do, I probably will end up putting out, like, all of the uniforms and stuff from Happiness Charge Pretty Cure Color Run Collection instead of, like, a model pack, where it's like, sure, these things aren't rigged, but honestly, if you quote-unquote pay me, then maybe I can rig them to a model for you, which is honestly just weighing, so that wouldn't be that big of a deal. You know, now that I think about it, I should probably start doing that. But anyways, this has been something that I probably will not be doing a lot of, since, honestly, I have no idea where the fuck to even send you guys for this thing if I even knew where the fuck it was coming from. So, thank you very much to my friend who, wanted to keep their self disguised. I'm like, Cowell, why the fuck do you want to stay anonymous? And he goes, don't say my name in the video, forehead. It's like, Cowell, you know exactly what the fuck you did. But, thank you regardless for sending me this thing. And honestly, Cal, I'd be fucking like, I would find it hilarious if you did this, and we're just like, you want to see something that I did just for shits and giggles? And I'd be like, sure, go ahead. But the thing is, he took fucking screenshots of stuff, and I'm like, you don't have a DeviantArt, you son of a bitch. But anyways, this has been JellyHearts. I probably will not be making content like this anymore. Or at least I shouldn't have to. Like, please don't send me things where it's like, oh yeah, by the way, can you review this? I'm like, I don't want to do it. I'll see you in another MMD video, guys. Take care.